We are deeply saddened to announce the death of Joyce Mongroo, better known as Auntie Joyce or Bourne of Cicero, who passed away at the Victoria Hospital on Sunday, 10th December 2017 at approximately 9:52 a.m. She was 53 years old, left to mourn her husband, Maxius Mongroo Stevedore, employed with St. Lucia Air and Seaport Authority, her two children, Vernette Mongroo of Cicero, Kaela Mongroo of Cicero, 3 adopted daughters, Crystal Crossley, supervisor at George Inc., New York, Flavian Smith Gaster of Goodlands, Annalisa Shalry, employed with Digicel, residing in Cicero. Adopted sons, Kizito Montut of Laquamingo, Aaron Shalry of Cicero, Darren Shalry of Cicero, Carn Laurie, employee of Bank of St. Lucia, her father, Evans Joseph of Bocage, mother-in-law, Teresa Mongroo of Cicero, stepmother, Annette Joseph of Bocage, her sisters, Elfrida Joseph, better known as Ruby, employed the finest storeroom, Janine Browne, teacher at Dame Paulette Louise Primary School, residing at Timon. Her brothers, Sylvester Joseph, better known as Ras or Pusuman, or Kiat, employee of St. Lucia Air and Seaport Authority, Nicholas Henry, employed with Peter and Company. Her 7 nieces, Ferrier Shalry in New York, Yolanda Joseph, manager at Lumber Liquidators Limited, residing in New York, Joan Shalry in New York, Celine Shalry of Marseille, Desiree Shalry of Cicero, Lana Hippolyte of Cicero, Angel Duvet of Sunbelt. Her 5 nephews including Jamal Charles and family in Canada, Hilton Hippolyte and family of Cicero, Shane Julian of Cicero, Kevin Shalry and family in Canada, Trevor Fede of Cicero, grand adopted children, Zaire Crossley, student of PS 396, Brooklyn, New York, Alyssa Montut in New York, Tyrese Burton of Cicero. Grand-nephews, Darrell Shalry in New York, Daron Shalry in New York, Dylan Shalry of Cicero. Cousins, Jonathan Patrick Charles, employed of Windjammer Landing, 4 godchildren, 6 sisters-in-law including Frances Shalry of New York, Cecilia Buren in Virgin Gorda, Priscilla Mongroo in New York, 5 brothers-in-law including Michael McLaurin Stevedore, employed of St. Lucia Air and Seaport Authority, Matty Atty of Cicero, employed of Sandals Regency, 3 sons-in-law, Jamal St. Martin, employed of the Landons Resort, Ed Richard, employed of Chateau Mygo, Nicholas Gasto in the UK. Her caretakers, Rufina Edwin of Cicero, Camisha Dennis of Cicero, close friends residing both here and abroad, Berthelina Montut, Claudius Joseph, Sharon Glasgow, Darren Edward, better known as Doe, Peter Gilbert, families left to mourn, the Montut family, the Gilbert family of Cicero, the Joseph family of Cicero, the Edwin family of Cicero, the Papin family of Cicero, the Mongroo family of Cicero, the Charles family of Grand Riviere and Canada, the Hippolyte family of Cicero, the Browne family of Timon, Carmen Delaire and family, also left to mourn, the Healing Prayer Group of the Temple of Faith Pentecostal Church in Odsa, close family friends, Eula St. Hill, Celine Joseph, Luciana Gustave, Elizabeth George, Merita, Miss Ina, many relatives and friends too numerous to mention. The celebration of the life of Joyce Mongroo, better known as Auntie Joyce, or Burn, will be held at the Temple of Faith Pentecostal Church in Odessa on Friday, 22nd December at 2:30 p.m. The body will then be laid to rest at the Shock Cemetery. May she rest in eternal peace. The body now lies at Crick's Funeral Home, Limited, Vidbouteille. Transportation will be available in Ciceron at 1:45 p.m.